இந்த தீபாவளியை ராஜ்மஹால் சில்க்ஸுடன் கொண்டாடுங்கள். ராஜ்மஹால் மதுரை.
Nobody is watching a movie anymore. They are only looking at collections.
Yeah, numbers.
They don't ask you, how is the movie? You ask them, oh, numbers are so good. Film was okay. But Dhanam. And on the board, the teacher has written Happy Diwali and it says homework.
Okay.
And first it says hashtag restart on 15th November when the school starts. First homework, number 1. Number 2, C12 fail.
Okay.
It's a part of
it's a homework.
Homework she's giving.
Yeah.
See, I'm 71 now. Even if I make another 500,000 crores,
okay,
it's going to be left behind. But this movie is what I'm leaving behind.
Yeah.
I want to make a movie, even when I made 3 Idiots, I wanted to make a movie to tell people, you can do anything.
Even an average student can get what they
Yes. Want. In this movie, all I'm saying to people is, for God's sake, and I am writing it on my chest, please restart.
சினிமாவுடன் நேயர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். 12th ஃபெயில் சமீபத்தில் பாலிவுட்டில் வெளியாகி பேன் இந்தியா லெவலில் நல்லாவே ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் டாக்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு இந்த மூவிக்கு. தமிழ்லையும் இந்த படம் வந்து கடந்த வாரம் வெளியாயிருச்சு. ஸோ அந்த படத்தோட டைரக்டர் விது வினோத் சோப்ரா நம்மளோட இணைஞ்சிருக்காரு. இந்த படத்தை பற்றியும் அவரோட கேரியர் பற்றியும் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் நம்மளோட ஷேர் பண்ண காத்திருக்காரு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் warm welcome to Chennai, Tamil Nadu.
Thank you.
I'm sure you are enjoying your stay here. So 12th fail, and on behalf of all of us, congratulations on the huge success of the movie.
Thank you.
And I have seen it. I loved it. So how was the response overall? I'm sure you will be visiting some theaters and everything to see the live audience pulse and everything.
Yeah.
How was the response overall all over India?
Srini, I have to tell you a secret. I never go to live theatre.
Okay. I know you don't read reviews actually.
I don't read reviews.
Yeah, okay.
And the reason is, I believe that somewhere, if you go to live theatres and see reactions, somewhere your mind gets corrupted.
Okay.
When you write your next film, you say, I got claps there.
Yeah.
I got CT there. That's where. And then you unwittingly try and copy that.
Yeah. So
I just don't do it.
Yeah, it is a hurdle for your creative process.
It's a hurdle. It's a big hurdle. So I never go, I never read reviews, because also reviews, now this film has amazing reviews, as you know. But reviews also somehow, very few reviews I read in order to learn.
Yeah.
But that I do 3 months or 6 months after the movie. So it has nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, I understand.
You like it, dislike it, I don't want to know now. But when I'm writing my next film, I will read your review.
Okay.
To become a better filmmaker.
I understand.
But otherwise, it's a trap. See, what has happened now, Srini, that nobody is watching a movie anymore. They are only looking at collections.
Yeah, numbers.
They don't ask you, how is the movie? You ask them, oh, numbers are so good. Film was okay. But Dhanam.
And the comparisons also happening. Like this star movie did.
Yes. This much did this.
Yeah.
What has number got to do with you? You see my movie, no?
Yeah.
So I find this whole thing I find it very stupid, actually. Excuse my usage of the word. But they say, oh, the movie was terrible. Yeah, it's some popcorn. But look at the numbers. So what is this? I don't believe that.
Okay.
That's why I made 12th fail with Vikrant Massey for 4.5 years.
Yeah, okay. So personally, what do you think contributed for the success for the 12th fail?
I think it's a real story.
Yeah.
Today I got a morning, I don't have my phone, I'll show you. Okay. I got a message from a school. And on the board, the teacher has written Happy Diwali and it says homework.
Okay.
And first it says hashtag restart on 15th November when the school starts. First homework, number 1. Number 2, C12 fail.
Okay.
It's a part of
it's a homework.
Homework she's giving.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? How many people's lives this film can change? I mean, 3 Idiots helped a lot of people. But this one is doing amazing. I mean, I had a video sent to me by somebody in Lucknow. My brother stays in Lucknow. Some village kids have come to Lucknow theatre to see the film. And it's not a publicity gimmick. I don't do that. Okay. I don't buy stars. I don't do anything like, oh, this is fake news, but those kids from the village are talking. This is our story. And I felt so proud, Srini.
Yeah.
That I reached people I wanted to reach. See, in my opinion, the city people, the so-called Bollywood people, I think are almost beyond redemption. They're so corrupt that I don't think I can bring them to see honesty.
Okay.
But the village kids, like us,
And
school kids, college kids,
Yeah.
families, old people. You know, there is a petition by senior citizen in Maharashtra.
Okay.
50 or 60 of them have signed it and sent it to the government for tax-free.
Okay. Okay.
So imagine what the film is doing.
I understand. Yeah, like I mentioned, you have taken the Bollywood back to its roots. That's what.
I have taken cinema. I think cinema by we had great filmmakers here in South and North, everywhere. So I think it's very important to tell honest stories. And I think it's also very important to try and touch people's lives. See, I'm 71 now. Even if I make another 500,000 crores,
Okay.
it's going to be left behind. But this movie is what I'm leaving behind.
Yeah.
I choose to leave this movie. I choose to spend from the age 66 to age 71, 4.5 years on this movie, rather than doing one of my 2, 3, 4, 5 and putting 2,000 crores in my bank. Because I don't think, that does not drive me, Srini. It doesn't make me happy. This makes me happy that I am able to, make a change.
So, what aspect of Manoj's life triggered you to make this movie? Actually, any particular incident you have, and I'm sure it's based on some book Anurag Pathak has wrote it, but there will be some particular scene or particular one aspect of his life that pushed you towards making this.
What pushed me making this film was my own life, Srini.
Okay.
I come from a small place in Kashmir. When I told my father I want to make film,
Yeah.
I go to Bombay. He said, you'll die of hunger.
Yeah. Even you mentioned in an interview you have lost a luggage in railway station or something like that.
Yeah, that is my scene.
Yeah.
When I came to Bombay, I lost everything.
Yeah.
A thief took him because I trusted him. It wasn't a railway station. In my life, what happened, I took a poor kid I saw so much poverty in Bombay. I come from Kashmir, lakes, mountains. So I took a poor kid home. He was a beggar boy. I said, you come home. I will send you to school. I thought I can't do good to the whole world, but I can, help this kid. Exactly what I said in the film. I can't be the sun that shines upon the earth, but I can be the lamp lighting my street. I'm a street lamp. So this is what I believed then. But that kid stole my things. He broke my heart because I trusted him. So it was from my life. So there's a lot of my life in it. There's a lot of life of, if you said you come from Coimbatore, somebody's come from somewhere. All of us who come from real India to the cities to try and make it big, to try and do something, even if we try and do it in our state, it's our story.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's based on a true story, but it's inspired by a million true stories.
Yeah.
So that is what inspired me.
It's actually two stories, actually.
It's too many stories. Yeah. It's also like my story. That's what I said, this is something I want to say. So that's what got me.
Okay. So you've been producing movies like Munna, Bhai, 3 Idiots. It always actually has a criticism on education.
Yes.
It puts a criticism like what in 12th fail also there is a criticism on coaching centers actually. The coaching centers, how they are minting money from the people and how they are doing publicity stunts and everything. But on the whole, from my perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like 12th fail is also criticizing the complexity of UPSC exams. Like someone from Hindi medium, someone from like Tamil medium, they struggle a lot to reach that UPSC cadre, like something like in competitive exams. So you are criticizing that also, like the system itself.
I'm so glad you asked me this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I don't know how to write Tamil, but I write a lot of Hindi. And I know how Tamil looks. I am sure Tamil is far more difficult to write than English because English flows.
Yeah.
Hindi is difficult because you have to, But we have exactly the same time given to an English medium student and to Hindi medium student and to the Tamil medium student.
Yeah, it's unfair.
It is so unfair. It is so unfair. That guy gets 1 hour to write in flow. You in Tamil get 1 hour and you have to write like this. I in Hindi get 1 hour. It's not fair. We have to get more time. And also, I didn't know how to speak English. Now I learned watching English movies. When I went to the film school, Institute I did not know English. I didn't know who Hamlet was. I didn't know Shakespeare because I come from a DAV school in Srinagar and small. I learned ABC when I was in 6th class. In 10th I was doing Ram is coming, Shyam is going, like that. So the point is, I always felt that just because I don't know English,
I shouldn't be left out.
It's like you know Tamil, you don't know English, so what? Like I said in the movie, you have to be honest. Yeah. Your language is just a medium. You know, now I'm speaking to you in English. I could speak in Tamil, Hindi, any other language. What is important is what I am saying, not the language.
I have been impressed by two important dialogues in the movie. I have seen in Tamil, so not exactly the right words. The oxygen
dub in Tamil, is it good?
Yeah, it's good actually.
The song sounds better in Tamil than in Hindi.
You mentioned it. The restart song.
Far better.
Yeah, so the dialogue, oxygen cylinder. I have been climbing the Himalayas without oxygen cylinder, so I deserve more. Like that, he's pointing out, and I like the scene like where he is convincing his father, we will still fight.
Very important.
Yeah.
Father says we can't win. He says it doesn't matter if we win or not.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But we will fight.
Yeah, I'm sure many of us can relate with those two scenes in particular.
Oxygen is my scene.
Yeah.
When I came to Bombay, I said it clearly in the film that I am far more capable than these guys. Whose fathers had studios and parents had whatever.
Privilege.
I come from where? You come from where? Definitely. And also, it's very important for people to, when the father says, we can't win, the son says, but we won't stop.
Yeah. We won't accept defeat either.
Yeah, that is important, no?
These dialogues, I'm sure many would have mentioned many more dialogues, but these particular two dialogues, what pushed you to, is it happened in Manoj's life or you have wrote from your perspective?
No, there's a lot of it that has happened in Manoj's life. Like Manoj himself talked about the water, that is a real line from the real life of Manoj. But there's a lot of my life, there's a lot of life of many people. I met a lot of honest IAS officers. I researched I wrote it for 3 years. So I met a lot of people.
Even I have seen like 260 drafts you have written for the
Yes. And you know, I feel strong. It's like in the movie, I'm sure you noticed it, that woman says, have you been to the big stars, you know, all the biggest star, I don't know how it sounds in Tamil, but in Hindi it says, ke bade se bade star ke ghar gaye.
Yeah.
वही तम्बाकू खाते हैं जो तुमको बेचते हैं. You know, it hurts me. It hurts. I feel sad that the rich, just to become a little more rich, are selling disease and death to the poor. Look at the absurdity.
Yeah.
It makes me, I'm amused and sad at the same time. How can you do that? So I've said that in the movie. Even that
there is also a comparison for IIM and IIM students and these normal from underprivileged areas.
Yeah.
There's a comparison also. I like that dialogue also.
Yeah.
And one more thing I've noticed is like the movie is happening from 97 to certain time period. But I have noticed like the edit pattern is like you have used fade to black. And there is a superimposing of two shots, which is somewhat like we have seen in 80s and 90s Bollywood movies. Do you want to keep it like that? Is there any reason for that, or?
Yeah, the reason is the film was 1997.
Yeah, but
I wanted the film to get a feel of a 1997 film in the beginning. But as the film moves, the whole shot taking changes.
Yeah.
See, in the interview scene, that's the first time in my life when the mother is talking, when the girl is talking to her parents, that's the first time I used shift focus. There was no shift focus till then. The lens in the beginning was a wide lens. As we proceed into the story, it slowly becomes telephoto. And towards the end, in the interview, it's telephoto. So it's all worked on.
And many more handheld movements are there, like the cameras and everything. When it comes to sound editing, first time he is visiting Delhi, that he is coming from a Chambal area, and his first time visiting a cityscape, and the noises, that's too much for him. Like he feels suffocated. I think I can feel that, because that's what the sound editing power is like. The power of that sound editing. So these and again in the climax, he's seeing all the aspirants just like him, and he feels the same, that suffocation is still there. And even in the interval block, like mistaking tourism for terrorism, and that as the sound editing also, it creates a suffocation. Do you think you have thought about it, like it will affect the audience like this particularly?
See, I haven't seen the film with the audience.
Oh, okay,
like I told
okay.
you. But it has affected you, so
Yeah.
it has worked.
Yeah.
See, for me, what is very important, I work a lot on sounds. I spent 4.5 years. The first sound when he goes to the big cities, what happened to me when I went to Bombay? I couldn't believe Bombay. In Kashmir, we hardly had any cars in when I went in the 70s. My God, that Marine Drive, everybody, it's so crowded. And I couldn't see the poverty. You see, in Kashmir at that time, there were no slums. So I had not seen slums. I had not seen that kind of poverty. And I got something called an anxiety neurosis for a while. I was just completely blown. And that is what I wanted to picture in that scene. And in the round room in UPSC, he can hear the breathing of everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, it's your state of mind. See, if I'm enjoying my interview with you, I will not hear the air conditioning sound. There's a sound. But if I'm very tense and you're asking me and I don't know what to do, I'll say, oh, air conditioning is moving.
You'll get deviated.
You'll get deviated. So it's exactly representing his state of mind. See, the work of sound in a movie is what? Is to convey the state of mind of the protagonist. Finally, you have to convey, in this case, if I'm the protagonist, the important thing is, what are the sounds I'm hearing? There was a gentleman who walked here right in my... I said, please move. Why? Because he was distracting me from my thought process. Not because I was being rude, because I said, can you move? I can't think. So everything in a movie, sound, visuals, everything has to be from the point of view of the protagonist or the character that the director chooses. That this is in this scene, it's his story.
Yeah, even the music choices, like the background score of Shantanu Maitra, you have used minimal instruments, I think, like two or three or something like that. You didn't go for grand orchestrations and everything. It actually it complemented the edit pattern of the movie, like the feel and overall everything. What went through the minds of you and Shantanu Maitra while composing for this?
See, the point was that what happened was I didn't want to manipulate feeling of the viewer with music.
Okay.
See, now you see any movie, it goes
techno tunes are there.
It's just noise, and we are being manipulated because of the sound. I didn't want to do that. It's a real story, so I wanted to tell it exactly the way it is. And what we had done, we had used as a track Pather Panchali, Satyajit Ray's great film with the music of Ravi Shankar as our track when I was in the edit. Then I didn't know what to do. I got stuck with it. We actually bought the rights of that from Saregama. But then I said, I can't do it. I can't put Satyajit Ray in my... I'm not half as good. I mean, I'm a nobody in front of him. How can I do that? So then me and Shantanu worked for 2.5 months. And we used only 3 instruments. Sitar, flute and sarod. Only 3 instruments. And we recreated the music. And it's only in the end, in the result scene, that we use a huge orchestra and voices. I've used almost 120 voices there. So it's again very deliberate. Let me tell you how deliberate. It's like, and this you will only notice if you see the film again. When Vikrant leaves, when Manoj leaves village to go to the city, when he's walking with his brother, mother and all, right behind him, you will see one solo bird flying.
So
and the idea,
he's that...
So you see it, Srini, that solo bird also I put there. That nobody will see. Only if I tell you, you might see, hey, where's the bird, you'll see.
So that's very much intentional.
Everything is intentional. Nothing happens without intent.
I understand. And like you mentioned bird, so I will take this question. Like Parinda, your old movie, I'm sure it's like, it's way ahead of its time. I personally feel
all my films, unfortunately, this is the one that has actually caught up with the time, because I've always been ahead of my time. I'm so happy. Finally, times have caught up with me.
I'm glad too. So you have taken that movie in Hollywood also, like you have remade it. Personally, what should you have done in the past to make that movie blockbuster by that time itself?
Again, let me answer your question. I don't care if my film is not a blockbuster. I have to make you understand.
Yeah, you have the privilege of like...
Let me tell you. If I wanted to make a blockbuster, why will I make 12 Fail? Why won't I make Munna, Bhai 3 Idiots 2? Why? Who will make a film with Vikrant Messi over 4.5 years if he wants to make a blockbuster? I don't want to make a blockbuster. I want to make the movie. Even when I made 3 Idiots, I wanted to make the movie to tell people, you can do anything.
Even an average student can get what they
want. In this movie, all I'm saying to people is, for God's sake, and I am writing it on my chest, please restart.
All is well, everything.
Yes, and what I'm also saying, that all of us in life, when we are playing a video game, which I hope you're playing, my kid plays, he dies and he presses a button and he restarts. But in life, you get one little blow and you say, oh my God, I'm no good, I'm finished. Why? Life is a game, press the button, move on. So that's the important thing for me to say.
Yeah. So, do you write movies like in the traditional pattern, like first act, second act, third act, or
no.
You consider interval block? This has to be the interval block of the...
Just I write with the pencil on a paper, and I only think of first half, because that's how I made movies, interval and end. I don't do first 3.
Because why I questioned is like the first half is wonderful for a movie. The second half is like it is not as good as the first half.
Oh, that's very strange, because north of India, everybody is liking second half.
No, not this movie. The generally, many writers are struggling in in Tamil industry. That trend is happening.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to clarify with you, like, what would be your way of approach for writing that script? Like, you consider as 2 halves, the movie as a 2 halves?
To me, the most important thing is to be true to yourself. Moment you start pleasing, and moment you start thinking, oh, I think you will make, at least I cannot work like that. Let me tell you, I never thought this film would be such a big hit. It is unbelievable. Do you know today is Monday, right?
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. My Monday, second week Monday, yesterday, is bigger than the first week Monday.
Word of mouth is actually...
It's shocking. It doesn't happen. My second weekend is bigger than the first weekend. Actually, some economic times should see what is going on here. In 45 years of my making movies, I have never seen second Monday bigger than the first Monday. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Srini.
இந்த தீபாவளியை ராஜ்மஹால் சில்க்ஸுடன் கொண்டாடுங்கள். ராஜ்மஹால் மதுரை.